worry about me.
See what I
Kids
mean?
are in gas
Because you're-
stations. You're here saying you're busy. I'm here to sort that out for you.
You are attacking and verbally abusing people.
I get excuse.
It's not an
Me.
excuse, man.
All you think about is you. You're victimising
pathetic.
yourself.
You're pathetic.
Disgusting.
Follow him on Facebook, so yeah.
So, are you already vegan?
I'm a vegetarian. I've tried to do veganism before, but my health was just not great, so that's the issue. I mean, I still have cheese. I don't drink like milk or anything, but I know like there's still an evil there, right?
Yeah, it is the meat industry. Like, have you seen what happens in the dairy industry?
Yeah, I've seen all the documentaries. Like, I don't know, it's hard because I feel like when you're a vegan, you have to be careful of literally every single thing you're eating. It's really hard to not.
Oh, it's only meat, eggs, dairy, fish and things. Like, it's actually really easy, especially when you look at it from their perspective. Like, it's really easy for us to quick Google something. Like, after like a month of being vegan, it becomes the new norm.
But I've done it, like I did it for like a year, but my health was really affected by it. So that was the challenge.
Did you get yourself a blood test done or anything?
I did. I wasn't anemic. Protein is, even as a vegetarian now, it's really hard to like get my protein in. Like I have to work really hard to be able
My
to get
husband's
it.
a vegan bodybuilder, so that's actually like.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but when you're a mum with 2 kids and you work full time, you have to make the extra effort. And I would love to be a vegan. Like that's the other thing, I would love to do it, but it's like, have you got children? Because that's the complete. Are you a single parent?
I would never ever. I would never find excuses to murder animals for me. I would never find excuses. I'd find excuses to be kind. I'd find excuses when I'm in bed so tired.
See, this is the issue I have, right? Because I'm saying I 1000% agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And instead of having like a discourse where it's not like aggressive and an attack and try to like, because I'd be happy to hear a viable solution.
Yeah, Challenge 22?
Challenge 22.
Okay, so on Facebook, if you join up to it, it's free to join up and get a mentor to help you go vegan. So all your questions that you have, you can ask a mentor who will literally guide you the whole way. I don't mean to be attacking. I'm very passionate. I also was outside a slaughterhouse
I'm passionate about this subject as well, which is why I've tried to go vegan. I mean, my health is declining and like I struggle then with focusing, and like there's other areas of activism that I participate in as well. Like if I'm not my best version of myself and I'm like I've got brain fog and I can't concentrate, that's the issue that I have. Like how can I show up then in life, like if I'm just affecting my own health as well?
Why do the animals have to suffer if you've got brain fog?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I feel like the society overall needs to change. Like that's where the impact is. Like we should have better vegan alternatives, and it should be really clear on food packaging when we go into a shop, like what it is we're actually buying and like how that has an impact on whether it's a human impact or whether that's an animal impact.
Because we know better, we have a responsibility to actually look at ourselves. Like even if there's no alternatives, I'd rather never have cheese. Or like there's so many different things that you don't have to have the like meat alternatives or the dairy alternatives. You just don't have to have them and just have the like healthier alternatives.
I know, but like doesn't that like make it sound so much easier to do when these are things that we're ingrained in? Like we're ingrained with these beliefs that we need cheese, we need milk.
Yeah,
so it's like psychology, and if you spend 20 years developing the habit, it can take another 20 years to break. And
well, I disagree with that. I ate animals 26 years of my life. I loved like cheese and dairy. This was my favourite. It was actually the dairy industry that turned me vegan. I saw Joey's video as well. Dairy, like mother cow, on the screen having her throat slashed open. And my heart broke, and I was like, well, what justification do I have? Like, I feel like we then have the duty to just find the alternatives. I know you said like it's breaking the habit, and it is breaking the habit. But if you keep the victim always at the front of your mind, then it becomes really easy, and then it becomes your new norm within a month. You know yourself, the whole time you're not vegan, you know there's going to be victims going into slaughterhouses.
You're absolutely right. I just feel like we should also acknowledge how difficult it is, instead of like, it is so much easier for somebody who is young, doesn't have children, like doesn't have the same responsibilities, and like
I disagree completely.
You're not a parent, so that
means
to disagree
nothing.
with.
That means nothing. You don't know my life. You don't know.
I'm not saying you don't have challenges, but you don't have kids, so that's a ridiculous thing to say.
I think that's really like, I find this actually really insulting.
So you wake up at like 5:30 every morning with a 4-year-old who's like, "Mummy, I'm hungry," and then you don't even have a minute to think.
I don't have a minute to think. You don't know my life. But
I'm not saying your life is without challenges, but
I feel like you're putting a fence.
No, I know that it's because that's my challenge and that's my authentic.
And I'm not saying that your life isn't
story.
challenging. I understand that.
I'm not saying your life isn't challenging either. That's the point.
But I'm just saying, even if our lives are really challenging, we can still make other decisions when we just go to the shop. We can still move our hand.
I think, like, going back to what I was saying earlier, is that I agree with what you're saying. I'm actually on the same page as you.
Do you think it's easier for us or them? With all our challenges, because they go to the store. They have a 90%
issue. Because, like, I'm literally saying I'm on the same page.
You're not on the same. You're not.
But I am.
But you're not though.
Basically saying what are the practical steps I can take.
And I've given you that.
To go vegan. You've said go to this challenge 22, which I'll have a look at.
Because I had them at the front of my mind.
Yeah. See, again, like it just makes it sound like you're like a hero in all of it, and then the people that actually agree with you, but saying, hey, you know what? It's really challenging. This is my life, and these are the challenges I face.
I feel like we do. I feel like we align. I feel like our morals align. But I feel like when it actually comes to doing something, that's where we disconnect. Because I made action, whereas you're trying to find excuses. I'm not saying that.
No, I literally tried it for a year.
Then you
I've been a vegetarian since I was 15 because my health was impacted by it. Because I was feeling dizzy, fatigue.
That's on you. You can find out. You know you can be healthy as a vegan, right? You know you can be, scientifically proven you can be.
I think the challenge with veganism that I find, which is also the same with vegetarianism, is that you tend to end up buying products that are highly processed and highly manufactured.
It's irrelevant.
That are bad for your health. So then the other alternative is to depend on.
It's nothing to do with the injustice, because that's your personal choice. You can eat pizza all day if you like, or you can eat
but I'm not doing that. I do have all those things as well.
It doesn't matter about us. They're going in gas chambers. They're going in gas chambers at 6 months old.
Yeah.
Them.
I'm
not
aware.
us. Even if we were, even if I had
effect rather than like a conversation to teach and educate people.
We are educated.
Like I'm an educator, so like
if you're educated,
saying like, oh, these are my challenges. Like, what are the practical steps? I would be trying to give them practical steps to do it rather than saying, here's the shock effect. I've watched every single documentary.
So you're
it's
educated.
Horrific, and I agree with everything that you're saying. But I'm saying I've tried it for a year. And it didn't work for my health.
Because
so
you're
what's
dizzy.
The next? Yeah, but
so then does you being dizzy justify gas chambers and mother cows having their babies taken?
So you're basically saying I should affect my health and then like potentially die and not have my kids.
You won't die
look
from
after
being
my
dizzy.
kids.
You won't die from being dizzy.
Yeah, but what other health
okay, what if your kids were in there? What would you say to someone if your kids were in there?
You're not willing to have a conversation and actually give practical advice to say,
do
you know what? If you're dizzy, this might be the underlying condition. This might be the reason
I'm not
why.
a doctor. That's on you. If I'm dizzy, I'll sort that out myself.
There's no conversation.
There shouldn't be a victim of my choice.
There's no conversation.
You're not aligned with me whatsoever. You're
absolutely.
Then why are you finding excuses? Why are you finding excuses to kill baby animals?
I've already
explained.
See what
you're
I mean?
Finding
so
excuses.
Right now, you're saying.
What if that was your child?
You're saying you stand for not abusing animals, but
or
the
killing,
verbal abuse you're throwing at me now. When I'm saying I agree with your values.
The victim.
No, because
she's the victim, right?
See what
Kids
I mean?
in gas chambers,
you're
male
like
calves being torn from their mothers and having their throats slit, and you're here saying you're dizzy.
You don't care about human beings because the way
I don't
you're
eat
talking
human
to me
beings.
right
I don't. Yeah,
but the way you're talking to me when I'm saying I agree with you.
But you don't agree with me.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I 1000% agree.
Lip service. You don't agree with me.
You don't know who I am.
You're the reason.
Care about the cause if
you're the reason
saying
animals in slaughterhouses every single day.
No, it isn't.
You're the reason.
It isn't. I literally have barely any dairy in my life anyway. So
it doesn't matter.
That's not
How
true.
do these industries work? Money.
But I understand
you put
what
money
you're
into
saying,
the
and
industries.
I'm saying I agree with what you're
so
saying.
why won't you
instead
change
of having
actions?
a discourse and a conversation that is open and empathic and understanding for different people's different situations, instead of doing that, you are attacking and verbally abusing people that are saying, I actually agree with you. What could I actually do?
Then I gave you a solution.
But you don't. You just saying,
excuse.
It's not an excuse. These are my challenges.
You're always me.
Because these are my challenges.
What if your child? What if that was your child? Would you accept me saying I'm dizzy?
I don't encourage my kids to have dairy or meat anyway. So
across their throat.
No, I agree with you.
And I said I'm dizzy unless I eat your children.
I agree.
Then you say it's okay for me to kill your children because I'm dizzy.
I agree that
you
shouldn't be making
answer.
excuses.
Okay.
But I also acknowledge that in society it's literally against people trying to live an alternate lifestyle. Even the vegetables we consume in the UK. I've lived in Southeast Asia for 12 years, and the difference in the vegetables there to here I'm literally giving you.
Why are we talking about vegetables? They're in gas chambers. Why are we talking about vegetables?
You are pathetic. Like,
You are. You're putting baby animals into slaughterhouses because you're victimising yourself. All you think about is you're victimising yourself.
You don't know how to have an actual conversation.
I speak to people daily, and you know better. You're the oppressor.
People
Challenge 22. I've given you the advice. Challenge 22. You're not taking it.
This just makes me feel like
it's the mother paying for other mothers to be raped and their babies taken and murdered for her. She's a mother paying for other mothers to do that.
The whole point of you being out here is to try and educate and help people to veganism.
No, animals.
Or is it
animals.
clickbait?
Animals.
It seems like it's
no,
clickbait.
I'm here to help animals. I'm not here for you. I'm not here to sort your problems out.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Seems like it's clickbait.
You can do that. I'm here for these animals suffering.
Yeah, I care as well. Like you literally have no idea about my life and all the activism I've done in my life to help.
Why then won't you move your hand?
I'm literally saying to you, these are the challenges I face. What are the practical
solutions? Okay, so then will you go to challenge 22?
I will.
I've given you them. I've given you them.
So that's your only
I'm not
solution.
I'm not here to sort your problems out.
To like interrogate
I'm not here to sort your problems out.
Get all the clickbait out that you
That's
want.
what you think.
That just shows me actually what's behind this campaign is actually not actually a discourse and a conversation.
We're protecting animals from you. We're protecting animals from people like you.
Right.
You're the oppressor.
You ate meat for how many years?
26, because I had no idea.
And you think now that you're justifying, like you didn't do
Absolutely
any harm
not.
or anything?
I give people a chance.
Right.
They need to be educated. You're educated. You're on a different level because you know better.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is these are the challenges I face in my life.
And I've given you the solution.
You didn't come to that with empathy.
It's all about you. It's all about you.
No, because we're having a conversation about me and my veganism. That's what the conversation is about.
I came to you and I said,
the conversation is
about... Did you get a blood test? And you said, yes, not sure the problem. Challenge 22, you have a mentor to literally help you.
And I've said I will go and look at it.
Great. So
you've carried on interrogating
what's the problem?
and being
if you're
aggressive
go
in the situation.
And check out Challenge 22, what's the problem?
The problem is I feel like this is more about clickbait than actually having a discourse and educating.
I hate conversations
because what would be
like
useful, right, is if you were here and you said, you know what, this is a leaflet that you can take with you. This has all the information on it.
You got Google at your fingertips.
But what are you doing here?
Why am I here for you?
Though?
Why am I here to solve your problems?
Why are you here? That's a good question.
For the animals in gas chambers because they're suffering because of you.
What is the purpose of you being here right now?
Educating the public.
To educate people.
But I'm not here to sort your...
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And what happens to animals. You sort out the health problems.
You don't educate people by berating them and shouting at them. You educate them by saying, hey, you know what? This is wrong.
You have Google.
Here's the knowledge.
Google.
Yeah, but you're here to educate people.
That's
the point.
The point. People
you're here to educate people. So then...
dizzy. You're flipping dizzy.
It wasn't just that. Like I had episodes where I literally went unconscious and like all of this other stuff.
Then sort that out.
Yeah, but
sort that out. I'm not here to sort that out for you.
I didn't say you were.
But you're saying give it to me. Give it to me. I gave you challenge 22.
No,
I gave you challenge 22.
And I said I would look into it.
You're wasting my time. I need to talk to people who are actually compassionate about animals instead of other mothers paying for other mothers to be raped and killed.
Whatever. You're pathetic.
Disgusting animal abuser, excuses. Just victimise. Victim in public space, I can do what I want.
Right, okay, so...
Victimise. She just thinks she's the victim the whole time.
I have no idea who I am.
I don't need to know who you are. I know that you pay for babies to be killed. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Well, I've got a following as well, so I'll share the...
Awesome. So check out Pignorant on Amazon Prime. Show the truth, because this person doesn't want to see it, doesn't want to change.
Yeah.
Babies are being gassed to death in gas chambers. Scan the QR code.
Came to Manchester to actually talk to these
victimised. She's the victim. It's all about her. It's all about me. All about me. You're the victim.
Conversation that I wanted to have.
She gets dizzy, so she has to kill baby animals because she gets dizzy. It's not fair. Disgusting. Not wasting my time on people like that. Not wasting my time on people who abuse animals. That's disgusting.
I'll be going down into the gas. We're gonna get caught.